Hi everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the Alphacraft server. Today I'm going to start building the Millennium Falcon. I've spoken about this a few times now, but it's about time I started doing it. So I've just put the feet in, the landing struts of the Falcon here to start with, just to make sure that it fits, and I think it's going to, and this is going to pretty much fill the entire bowl. Going to fill most of this up now. Obviously I think you'll figure out for yourselves that the front is over here, so you're coming through the portal and you'll be looking at it from the side. This is going to be the front where the big fork bit comes out of the front, and then the disc in the middle and the landing gear obviously here, and then the way to get on is going to be through the ramp that is going to come down here. Now I was going to try and build this in first person mode like this, but I don't know how interesting that would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do a little time lapse. Now in the past these have not been too successful, although the last one wasn't bad. They as a whole they've not been very successful, so I'm going to give it another go. All of the equipment, well I say all of it, there is a lot of stuff. I've done a little bit of looking around. And I've got some andesite, I've got some stone, I've got some concrete, I've got some I've all kinds of stuff in there. Now, I'll put a link to the video that I used to build this in the description, so you can go and build it yourself if you want to. This is not my design, but it is the best one I've been able to find, and it fits perfectly with the theme that I've got going on around here. It's slightly bigger than some of the Falcons that are out there, which gives it a little bit more detail. Now, the guy who built this has used a lot of random blocks in there. I think I'm going to be swapping most of those out, because there are all kinds of blocks in this. So he might have used like 5 or 6 different variations of stone and andesite and polished andesite and stone brick and the rest of it. I'm probably going to dumb that down a little bit, just because it's going to be easier for me to follow the tutorial. And hopefully when we've finished we'll have a fantastic Millennium Falcon sitting in the landing area being worked on by the technicians and the like. So anyway, wish me luck. They wish me luck, and yeah, but I'm about to stop. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to I'll build it up a little bit, and then I'll build up on that foot a little bit, and then I'll probably come back later and do the underside of it. Anywho, I'm going to stick on a little bit of music, and hopefully by the end of this we'll have a Millennium Falcon. So I thought I'd just pop back into first person to show you around the Millennium Falcon. Now it's finished. It took ages. It was really complicated. There are going to be blocks in there that shouldn't be in there. There are going to be blocks that should be in there that aren't in there. But to be honest, if you can spot one, then you're a better man than I am. Gunga din. And then to be honest, I have added my own blocks and lights and grates and other things in there anyway. And the tutorial is very difficult to follow. That's not because it's a bad tutorial. It's very good. It's just a very complicated build. But I love it. Now it's done, I absolutely love it. It looks fantastic. Look at it from the map as well. Look at that. It's no mistake. Absolutely no mistake in what that is. It's fantastic. Again, I'll put a link to the tutorial in the description. Go and check this guy out. He is amazing. If you're a Star Wars fan and you're a Minecraft fan, go and check out his channel. He's got loads and loads and loads, and I'll be looking at it a lot for the rest of my builds around here. Some of the stuff on there is just awesome. So let me give you a quick tour of the Falcon. Now it's finished. I've put a few more lights under here. A few lights there. Lights in the landing struts as well. Although I've slabbed most of the floor, slabbed all of the floor, and tried to make all of the spawning spots unspawnable. I am quite sure that there are going to be one or two. And the last thing we need is a creeper in here, blowing the living snot out of me. So if you go up the ramp, you can imagine now, can't you, the old stormtroopers over there. Pew 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 pew. Get on board, Luke. Pew pew pew. Han pew pew. Anyway, we're on board. If they could shoot, the movie would have been over in about 3 minutes, wouldn't it? So you come up the ramp. This is where you have the recreation area where the guys sat and played chess with each other. There you go. Where they sat and played chess, and droids don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose, kind of thing. And Luke was lightsabering with a little flying droid and doofer. Anyway, that was there. And then if you come around here, you've got the engine compartment. Got a faulty engine over there, or something faulty over there. I need to sort that out. And then you have access to the laser cannons, where Luke and Han were both fighting the TIE fighters. Pew 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 pew. Which is brilliant. Laser cannons above and below. And then you've got the cockpit, where they all sit. Now, I don't know whether this was the case in the Millennium Falcon. I do know that in planes, the pilot in charge of the aircraft sits on the left-hand side. But I don't know whether that was the case in the Millennium Falcon. I'm sure it was. I'm sure Lucas wouldn't have overlooked that. But anyway, here we are. Look at that. It's brilliant, isn't it? Han lifts lazily to the left. You'll get that if you've watched Blue Harvest. So there it is. This is the Millennium Falcon, one of many builds in this area. I should be dressed up like Duke Road Sweeper, shouldn't I? I've missed a trick there. It's too late now, though. Can't be bothered. So what I'm going to do now this is all done, I love it. Honestly, I love it. Now it's all done. I want to show you what we've been doing. For the last several weeks or so, myself and a lot of the other alphas have been digging out the roof at Spawn, the Spawn hub. We finally finished it. It's all completed. Boo! So I'm going to show you what we've done and what it looks like now. There's still loads more to do on these tunnels. Literally, loads and loads, although I do love the way they look. So if you come into the hub now, right, you can get straight out into the roof. We've dug out about 9,000 blocks of bedrock, aided and abetted by this dude, the bedrock breaking team foreman and cheerleader. Without his help, I don't think we'd have been able to do it. Now, we were using a bedrock breaking machine. To be honest, I cannot remember where we got this machine from. If you do know, please put a link, please mention it in the comments below, and I will be happy to add that to the description of the video, because it's a great machine, and we wouldn't have been able to do this without it. I couldn't use my own machine. I've got a machine that does break a single piece of bedrock. The problem with that is it does take quite a lot of redstone. It's more reliable, and you don't have to crouch underneath trapdoors and click madly on the corners of pistons, so it is a little bit more reliable. You just set it off and forget it, and it will break a piece of bedrock. But breaking all of this, it would have been impossible to do. So this is where we are now. What I'm going to do then is run. I'm going to show you a clip of myself and I believe Vic, maybe a few others on there, a bit of a time lapse of how we were doing it. So hopefully you can see that we weren't cheaty peas. You can see that I've not just come in here with World Edit and got rid of all of the bedrock. We don't do that on Alphacraft. We're not that kind of server. We don't dupe. You know, we've had everybody that's donated TNT for this, and Richard, Jen, a few others, they've all donated it after getting it and crafting it manually as the Minecraft gods intended. So we've not done anything in creative. This has all been done in plain vanilla survival with our own bare hands. So anyway, roll the clip. So I think we'll call it a day for today then, everybody. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to check out all the other alphas. They are all fantastic. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.